Creating a simple app 1. We are going to create an app that displays the text "Welcome to C# programming" and an image. The app consists of a form that uses a label and a picture box. In this example, you won't write any C# code. You'll use Visual App development techniques. Visual Studio processes your actions, such as mouse clicking, dragging, and dropping to generate app code. Chapter 3 begins our discussion of writing app code. Throughout the course, you will produce increasingly substantial and powerful apps that will include code written by you and code generated by Visual Studio. Visual app development is useful for building GUI-intensive apps that require a significant amount of user interaction. To create, save, run, and terminate this first app, perform the following steps. If the project you were working with earlier in this chapter is still open, close it by selecting File, Close Solution. To create a new Windows Forms app, select File, New, Project to display the New Project dialog. Select Windows Forms application. Name the project Simple App. Specify the location where you want to save it and click OK. As you saw earlier in this chapter, when you first create a new Windows Forms app, the IDE opens in Design View. That is, the app is being designed and is not executing. The text form1.cs in the tab containing the form means that we are designing the form visually rather than programmatically. An asterisk at the end of the text in a tab indicates that you have changed the file and the changes have not yet been saved. The text in the form's title bar is determined by the form's text property. If the Properties window is not open, select View, Properties window, and pin down the window so it doesn't auto-hide. Click anywhere in the form to display the form's properties in the Property window. In the text box to the right of the text property, type Simple App. Press the Enter key. The form's title bar is updated immediately. The form's size is specified in pixels, that is, dots on the screen. By default, a form is 300 pixels wide and 300 pixels tall. You can resizing the form by dragging one of its sizing handles, the small white squares that appear around the form. Using the mouse, select the bottom right sizing handle and drag it down and to the right to make the form larger. As you drag the mouse, the IDE's status bar at the bottom of the IDE shows the current width and height in pixels. We set the form to 400 pixels wide by 360 pixels tall. You also can do this via the form's size property in the Properties window. The back color property specifies a form's or control's background color. Clicking back color in the Properties window causes a down arrow button to appear next to the value of the property. Clicking the down arrow button displays other options, which vary depending on the property. In this case, the arrow displays tabs for custom, Web and System. Click the Custom tab to display the palette. Select the box that represents light blue. Once you select the color, the palette closes and the form's background color changes to light blue. For the app we are creating in this chapter, the typical controls we use are located in the Toolbox's Common Controls group and also can be found in the All Windows Forms group. If the toolbox is not already open, select View, Toolbox to display the set of controls you will use for creating your app. If either group name is collapsed, expand it by clicking the arrow to the left of the group name. Next, double-click the Label control in the toolbox to add a label in the form's upper left corner. Each label you add to the form is an object of a class label form, the .NET Framework class library. Although double-clicking any toolbox control places the control on the form, you also can drag controls from the toolbox to the form. You may prefer dragging the control because you can position it wherever you want. The label displays the text Label 1 by default. By default, the label's back color is the same as the form.